I did send you, ladies and gentlemen, to basically to the United States. Uh, Not once time, I believe I sent few times to United States government to know that a space coming by my sign to bring basically a sun attack because of Canada about my case, what they did behind my case. Not many people know that, but it's coming on the world news by sun, a disaster coming to attack by space. Man, sun is in process to bring to the basically country. Canada is the first country in the world to facing this justice of the space coming by angel of the God by sun. So I did told many people, government to know that first country in the world is the Canada. I did mark Canada for this justice, first country in the world to be hit, to bring the police, the federal department, and the security under breaking world news watch this country, Canada, to see that what they did behind my case in Canada and what happening in Canada. So this coming by the national emergency is biggest evacuation by space attack. First attack I believe is going to be for satellite in Canada. After it's going to be electricity in Canada be hit. You can see that I bring it to you here, sir.
Storm. Dr. Tamitha Skov, a space weather physicist, warned that the solar storm from yesterday will continue today, and while most of it will be focused in the high altitudes, relatively lower altitudes could also see some auroras. According to spaceweather.com, the current solar winds are blowing at 516.6 km per second with a density of 7.5 protons/cm3. At the strongest level of a solar storm, classified as G5, the charged electromagnetic particles can cause electricity grids around the world to collapse, bringing down satellite navigation alongside other major electrical problems. In fact,
before this happening, God wants I sending you signal. I did send a signal, many signal to you, many message. USA Joe Biden to send into European NATO to ESA before NASA losing money. I talking about 10,000 trillion risk coming to NASA to losing all their technology if they don't what God told to. If they don't do that, what God told, freezing government of Canada, and this can cause disaster. And Joe Biden is going to pay price if he don't send into European and NATO to raising Russia basically behind the subject. Because I work for Russia government federation for 9 years and work for United States at the same time. But Russia must raise God want to raise this investigation to the Canada to bring Canada on the news. Before you can see that major disaster coming to hit. You did not believe me, NASA or United States government, because of crime, some part in United States in the department by some part of the religious people. So if you don't do that, NASA, I say is going to be major disaster very soon. Two things I want to see that. I want Canada government pay me for 10 years crime, and I remove my investigation in April. If you pass the April, if April is passed, I send you United States is going to be big, major disaster from space. By this angel, they coming to distribute major attack in the space. I can bring it to you here. This angel from all the galaxy they come into on the sun. They bring major disaster. If you don't do that, if as I told freezing government of Canada, by my investigation to their government, they pay me for 10 years crime. So this is finally going to take the place if you don't do that. NASA government to ESA to European to NATO to United States by Russia, investigation to Canada.
February, Elon Musk's SpaceX revealed that it lost up to 40 out of 49 Starlink satellites it launched earlier, after a recent geomagnetic solar storm. SpaceX said, "These storms cause the atmosphere to warm and atmospheric density at our low deployment altitudes to increase. In fact, onboard GPS suggests the escalation speed and severity of the storm caused atmospheric drag to increase up to 50% higher than during previous launches." Experts have repeatedly warned that the Earth is not ready for the potential impacts that are caused when a G5 storm takes place. This particular storm was a result of a coronal mass ejection, or CME, which came out of the Sun a few days ago. One of the most powerful forms of solar storm, a CME, occurs when the Sun belches out a cloud of charged particles and electromagnetic fluctuations. Spaceweather.com noted that the geomagnetic storm is likely caused by the Canyon of Fire CME, which first struck the Earth's magnetic field on April 8. Dr. Scove warned, an incoming solar storm will graze Earth on the heels of fast solar this week on April 13th. Aurora
sphere. It is known that the solar storm causes great damage in the world of technology. NASA expected that this wave of the storm that will hit the Earth will be medium. A solar storm colliding with Earth causes a magnetic storm. In addition to its expected impact on power plants and satellites, the aurora borealis may be observed in cities such as New York and Idaho. And it is expected to cause powerful auroras in the northern hemisphere.